Ladies and gentlemen, this evening's performance of
The Diz Explorers
will begin in 2 minutes. Excellent
listening
locations are still available all around Showcase Promenade. Due to the use of
alcohol and opinions.
around the lagoon, for your safety, we request that you remain on the promenade side of all railings. During the show, please watch your step and take small children firmly by the hand. Once again, this evening's performance of
The Diz Explorers
will begin in just 2 minutes. Thank you.
Zanvere doame siame neva ma ubevi vague me lagremi.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Diz Explorers podcast, where each week we explore the different avenues of the great Disney universe. So as we're recording this the week after Thanksgiving, it is now time to focus on all the holidays that happen at the end of the year. I can't just say Christmas, because I assume our listener base goes beyond those who just celebrate Christmas. So there are many other holidays that are celebrated in and around December, so happy whatever you celebrate. I'm not going to list them all because I'm sure I'll forget something. So that being said, this week we're going to talk about some of the holiday offerings that happen around the Disney parks on both coasts and possibly on the cruise line as well. Last year around this time, we spoke quite a bit about a lot of these offerings, so we're not going to go into stuff ad nauseum. There are some newer things that the parks are doing this year, but for the most part, it's the same. It's the same things that they're offering for as far as entertainment and decoration and stuff like that. So, all right, this week it's me and the ladies. So I have to be on my best behavior because I don't have Milford. Not that I'm bad anyway. So waiting for Melanie to chime in on that one.
No comment.
All right. It's good.
It's too easy.
It's good.
Too easy.
We want to keep our listeners. So I think let's start in the Magic Kingdom. So I don't know. To me, Magic Kingdom is like the epicenter of the holiday stuff that goes on. You know, everything's decked out to the nines on from Main Street. You know, not throughout the whole park, but they do extend, I think, the Christmas decorations a little further than they do the Halloween stuff past the hub and the castle. Definitely the music is more spread out into the other lands in the Magic Kingdom, but nothing really beats Main Street on, Christmas time with all the just so much stuff going on between the trees and all the stuff in that first front courtyard by the train station, and then all the buildings on both sides of Main Street. I know it's been a little different since last year. They don't have those wreaths and things that go from one side of the street to the other because of the new parade, the Festival of Fantasy parade. The floats are so large they wouldn't be able to fit down the street. So those are just they kind of hang off the buildings just a little bit, pretty much not further than the sidewalks. If you've noticed. I know, Adrianne, you're going soon, aren't you?
Yes, we leave on December 13th. And we're going to the party on the 14th.
Oh, nice. Yeah. First time for Christmas party, or?
first time for the Christmas party.
Oh, good for you.
So
It's
I'm
fun.
really excited about it. And besides that, we're also trying to fit in as much resort Christmas stuff as we can too. So we're gonna do like a monorail crawl and go see all the different decorations.
Yes.
We specifically chose a dining reservation at Wilderness Lodge.
Oh, man.
Yeah, just so we can go and experience that resort.
Yep.
And so we're trying to fit in as much Christmassy stuff as we can.
Awesome. It's out of the way, but I will suggest this. Whatever day you go to Animal Kingdom, I would take a break at some point, and since it's close, and take a bus over to the lodge to check out their Christmas, because you're going to be blown away, just as you will be when you go into Wilderness Lodge. To me, it's worth it.
Is it different at Jumbo versus Kidani? Because we have a Sanaa reservation that day.
It is not, but you're right there. I mean, you can walk between the two, or
but-
there is a little shuttle, I believe, that goes between the two. But you can walk from Sanaa over to Jumbo. You know what? I don't remember. I've stayed at Kidani, but it wasn't during holiday time, so their lobby isn't as big because Sanaa is pretty much all they have.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a complete blank on what that lobby looks like. I don't know why.
The Kidani Village?
Yeah, Kidani Village, yeah.
It doesn't have the super impressive window wall in the back, but it has like totem poles almost, and the light fixtures look like fire.
Okay, yeah. Right. Okay, yeah.
So, but yeah, we are planning on going to Kidani, and if we have time, we'll stop at Jumbo House.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it is right
beautiful.
there.
And the music, the loop that they play is very, very cool. To me, at least, it is. It's very different because it's like Swahili versions of America. Some of them are of American popular Christmas songs, and some of them I think are traditional Swahili. It's on YouTube. If you type in AKL Christmas loop, it's on there. I think it's beautiful, beginning to end. I really, really enjoy it. It's in my constant loop of songs that I play around the house and stuff during holiday time, because I think it's about an hour loop, but it's really, really cool. I remember sitting in the Mara and having it be on, and just brings me, when I hear it now, it brings me back to being there for Christmas time, because seems like the last few Christmases that our family was down in Disney World, it seems like we always stay at Animal Kingdom. I think maybe because it's the easiest point-wise to get into, and it usually has a lower point value than anything else. So,
yeah, that's why we usually stay there. We're renting, but we're doing boardwalk this time. So,
that's awesome too.
So we're still, but we did want. My sister has never been to Sanaa.
Oh,
so,
wow.
I know. So we wanted to. That was one of her requests.
Bread
we love it
service.
Too. Bread service. Amen. Preach. Love it.
Critters outside the windows.
Yeah,
that
and
too. Yeah.
I say she's never eaten it. It's not. We did the sit down quick service breakfast when we stayed there last March. So
cool.
She's been there, but not for like the table service side.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm really excited about all that, but we're very interested in seeing what in all Disney World has to offer that's not just Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, well, that's going to bring me to, and I guess the Studios has done some additional decorating this year. There's been, I guess, Gertie the dinosaur over, where Min and Bill's there by Indiana Jones. Has a Santa hat and a little Christmas ornament hanging out of her mouth. So that's definitely new for this year. And I guess there's a projection show that goes on on the Tower of Terror.
What's it called? Something Season's Greetings.
Yeah, something. And then then they brought back the Prep and Landing show, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam, or whatever it's called. So those I've never seen that one, because I haven't. 2012 was the last Christmas season I was there. I can't. It's Jesus. That's 5 years ago. I still can't believe that. We've been to Disney World since then, but we haven't been for Christmas because we were kind of like, that's it, we're done with Christmas time.
Is it too early for our first tangent?
Go for it.
No, we've been on it since we started.
Oh, okay, good. Didn't want to, mess with the format.
No.
So, what do you think about Disney World projecting something on any building that stands still these days?
I know the newer generation and the youngsters love it, but I think it's an easier and less expensive entertainment form for them to do, and I think they're gonna beat it until everybody's sick of it. I'm not. I like fireworks. I want to see things exploding, and I want music.
I want to see something
scores.
real instead of something virtual.
Yeah,
I want to.
Doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's visually it looks nice, but I think they're kind of using it as an entertainment crutch, like you said. It's simple. It's projection technology. Yes,
right.
It's a little bit more advanced than that. I know I'm oversimplifying.
Yeah. But basically, it's projection mapping.
The guest or the audience experience is about the same as watching a movie.
Yeah.
For me, I'm sure the technology is woohoo and way above my head, but I don't get it.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I'm with you, Melanie.
I like the tree. I thought what they did with the tree was innovative, but next week they're going to be projecting something on Everest. I mean, Everest is still there's nothing projected on Everest.
Don't give them any ideas.
For me, it only
Earth
works if it's paired with something physical. So I think about like when there are the fireworks plus scenes on Main Street, or Phantasmic, right, where there's physical actors on the stage and then there's water. But even with World of Color, which is mostly a projection show, they still have pyrotechnics. So as long as there's something that you're really experiencing, because you're right, otherwise you could just go to the movies and have the same. If you're physically there, you want to feel like something's happening in front of you. Yeah, I agree.
Is anything happening with the Tower of Terror, or are they just like putting up the shows on the building?
You mean in the Guardians of the Galaxy new ride?
No, not the Guardians one.
The season screening
Hollywood
thing.
Studios. Yeah, the Hollywood Studios Tower of Terror.
Oh,
I have no idea.
Is it just the projection, or is there something going on?
No, I
think there's snow. I don't know if you can hear my quotation marks through the microphone, but as far as I know, that's all there is.
Yeah, as far as I know,
I also want
that's
to know
all
about
it
that.
is,
Can I ride Tower of Terror during the show? Because that would be kind of fun.
Maybe they integrate the screams.
Maybe.
Who knows?
I think they do it like at the end of the night, so technically maybe park is closed. So I don't know.
Like after Phantasmic?
It probably goes on during Phantasmic, so you have to pick and choose, like you have to do with Star Wars or Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam now. They probably run them at the same time. I doubt, because you wouldn't be able to see one and then run over to Phantasmic. Everybody's been in line for 3 hours for Phantasmic already, so. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what the timing is on them. I really, really don't. But... yeah, I don't know. I mean...
yeah. Well, thanks for, the first tangent of the evening.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty. I mean, I guess if you're just using it as, like, park decoration, I'm okay with it. But it just seems like a lot of projection.
Yeah, it seems to be.
I feel like maybe I'm too kind, but it's like they're just super excited. Like they have a new baby, and they're like, let's just show it off everywhere.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree.
And the fact that it happens to be cheaper, I assume that all the
when
pyrotechnics-
people do that on Facebook and Twitter, I tend to unfollow them. They show off their new toy a little too much. I'm like, unfollow.
Yeah,
but yeah,
no, I'm just saying.
I'm sure it looks better. I'm again trying to be kind. I'm sure it looks better in person.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
I'm hoping it does, but
I'm a big
okay. Let's
fan of
project
happily
something
ever
else.
after. So,
I'm a huge fan of like that deep
But it is
red, that wine red and the gold color that makes the castle look like it's a different castle. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
But much like Disney likes to, sequel the heck out of a movie, it's like they're sequeling the heck out of this projection thing. It's like, let's project one more thing. It's like, let's have another sequel.
I agree.
I'm like, Let's do another Beauty and the Beast movie. Let's do a.
Right, I'm
too much with the sequels.
I'm trying
do something else. Find your next new toy.
I'm trying to look up this flipping thing when what their timing is on their app, and I'm assuming this Disney Movie Magic is the Jingle Bells Jingle Bam. So that seems like it happens at 7:40, and then Fantasmic is at 8:30. So I guess essentially you could do both, but you'd be standing only for Fantasmic. So, I'm going by their silly, their app, which is terrible. It doesn't even have the Tower of Terror thing on here either, whatever the hell that's called. That's very odd. What's wrong with this app? Makes no sense. Oh well.
Okay, so Fantasmic 8:30, Jingle Bell Jingle Bam at 8.
Oh, there you go.
And what's the other thing we just said?
The Tower. I don't know what it's called.
Sunset Season's Greeting.
Sunset. There you go.
It's not even listed.
I know. That's what I'm saying with that.
Dang it! I just found it too. Yeah. When I first saw it, I had to re-look at the building because I'm like, this is something for sure that they're doing at California Adventure. But then I realized it still said Tower of Terror on it, and I was like, nah, this is Hollywood Studios.
Useless.
And they're still doing Star Wars: A Galactic Spectacular at 9.
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
Another projection show, Melanie.
Yeah. All right, so what the hell? So
let me turn the volume down. Oops, volume down.
Volume down. Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam. Yeah, 8 o'clock. Fireworks, Streetmosphere. Yeah, you categorize it as that, all right. I don't know. All right, so that being said, so there's that new stuff that is happening there.
At least it's new.
It's new. Yeah, no, I'm not knocking it. I am, but I'm not. But I am with you on it, Melanie, that I
like the lights. I kind of hope that the Osborne lights come back in some form. I kept holding out for that, but now I think that hope is dying a slow death.
Well, either that or some form of it if they bring back, which obviously didn't happen this year, but when Epcot used to have not anywhere near the magnitude, but Lights of Winter that they did for a long time, which was on the when you walked between Future World and World Showcase, that kind of pathway leading up to where the big tree is in Epcot on the promenade there. They had a huge, beautiful white trellis that was all decked out with lights, and it had music and stuff for it. Like I said, it wasn't as nutty or crazy as Osborne lights turned into, but it was very nice. It was about, it was a specific show time. It wasn't random, so it was about a 18-20 minute, I believe, show, and you stood there and you could look up, down, side to side, and it was very nice.
Nice.
I remember
very
it,
nice.
As a that would have been fairly simple to put something along those lines back there.
Right.
But who knows? Who knows what's ever going to happen with something like that?
Yeah, and I kind of do want to give Hollywood Studios a pass on another projection thing, just because there's so much construction going on. It's not like they can do much else.
Yep.
So I'll give them a slight pass on this one, but once they start projecting on Everest, y'all.
Yeah, I know.
That's going to be a whole nother podcast, because it's coming. You know it's coming.
Then it's over.
All right.
And also with the studios, I'd like to think that when Toy Story Land comes along, how can they not have something like completely specific for that part of the park? To me, that'd be a home run and an easy thing to do, as well as with Star Wars Land. I know.
Well, with Toy Story, it would be accurate. Because Christmas is actually interwoven into the movie.
Yes, at the end of the first one.
So there's an easy story. There's an easy tie-in to the story, so that it won't have to be contrived or something that they made up from scratch. There's actually
it won't have to
canon
be
there to support Christmas inside of that.
Yeah, it won't have to be forced. It could be a pretty fluid thing, and I think they could do something really cool if they chose to go that way. Maybe not the first year it opens, but I'm
You
hoping.
know, Mrs.
I'm hoping that's
Potato Head. Yeah, like Mrs. Potato Head with a bow.
Yeah.
Like Mrs. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head. And things like that. So I think things like that will hopefully work their way into it. I can't imagine, since it's already in existence in the stories, that they won't incorporate some of that seasonally. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. No, I hear you. All right. So,
when does Toy Story Land open? Is it this coming summer?
Yes, 2018. Yes.
Woohoo.
Yes.
Fun.
Absolutely.
So next Christmas we'll find out.
Yeah,
yes, we will.
Possibly, yeah. If they do it right away. I mean, who knows? Okay, so before I move on to Epcot stuff, which is what I was the most excited about, and I'm not going to get to see any of it this year because I won't be down there. I'd like to hear, any Disneyland stuff. I know they don't go to the magnitude that Disney World does, but Disneyland definitely does decorate for Christmas, and I'm assuming California Adventure does as well. I don't know. I haven't heard. I'm out of the loop with some stuff, so.
Yeah, so most of Disneyland goes all out with the decor. Tomorrowland, Fantasyland, weirdly enough, and Adventureland really don't do that much. And people were pretty upset because the Jungle Cruise didn't have its holiday overlay this year. And there's no clear reason why, but there are two theories. So, A, they think that they're completely redoing it and they didn't get it done in time for this year, which is why they didn't do it. And the second theory is that because Disneyland's had pretty bad crowd flow lately and a crowd control problem. So a lot of people think as they were going into the holiday season at the end of the Halloween season that they didn't want to close any major attraction just because that one always has a huge line. So it's a good way to kind of suck in people, and they didn't want to sacrifice one. So I don't know which one is true, but in either case, there's no Jingle Cruise this year.
Aww.
But It's a Small World has its overlay, and for the first time, there's actually Fast Pass for the It's a Small World holiday, and they're testing it to see if they'll do it year round.
Cool.
The Haunted Mansion still has its overlay, and then I'm trying to think if there's any. I think there's a special fireworks show during wintertime over the castle, but to me, the fireworks shows are largely the same. They kind of blend together in my head, so I can't really remember.
Yeah.
And they've got, the hand-pulled candy canes and all the special treats and everything. But the big party, because Disneyland doesn't have a Christmas party after hours like how like the Magic Kingdom does, but they do have an event that happens during park hours called the Festival of the Holidays, which is in California Adventure. And that is basically, it's a celebration of Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and Diwali. And it's really fun because it's sort of like the Epcot Food and Wine Festival, it sounds like, where there are food carts everywhere and there are games and there's live music and dancing performances and there's a parade. And what's new this year compared to last year is there's a big cocoa presence. So they've turned one of the plazas into Plaza de la Familia with the family tree, the tree of life, and they have these really cool puppets that are going around and kind of dancing in a way that they look like they're real instead of just a person with a puppet.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And they have like cinnamon hot chocolate and different stuff. So their two big things are probably the Festival of the Holidays and It's a Small World holiday are probably the two big draws, just because the Haunted Mansion holiday started at Halloween. So it's not like a brand new thing for the Christmas season. But there's nothing terribly new this year that hasn't happened in the past. So there's no except for the Jingle Cruise not being there, there's no big announcement or anything. It's just kind of more of the same. The only thing I can think of that was kind of newsworthy was this year they brought back the garlands that they string across Main Street, which they hadn't had for a couple of years. And apparently I'm not really observant because I didn't even notice they were gone, but everybody was freaking out that those came back. So if you care a lot about that, they're back this year, so you can be happy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, California Adventure doesn't do anything?
Well, they have the Festival of the Holidays.
Oh, that's where they do that. Okay.
Yeah, it's in Paradise Pier. Okay. And then I think World of Color has a new. They always have a winter show, but I think it's different than last year's. But it's slightly updated to be more winter scenes from different movies and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
Very nice. All right, so moving on. I guess the big thing that is been over the past couple of years in Walt Disney World is what they've been doing in Epcot, which was called Holidays Around the World, which many of you know from hearing us talk about it, and because they've been doing it for quite a few years, is they have the different storytellers at every pavilion, culturally correct to the story of Christmas or Father Christmas or whatever is part of their culture. In Italy they have La Befana, the witch. Norway is Sigrid, and I believe England does have Father Christmas, and Canada there's some sort of lumberjack type character or figure that represents their Christmas season. They all have something different, and they're all really great. There's multiple showings during the day for that. But what they've decided to add, surprise, surprise, over the past, the last time, oh no, I was there Christmas time, just not Christmas, but 2015 we were there over Thanksgiving, so we got all the holiday offerings, or most of them at least, but, so they have now, it's almost like Food and Wine and Flower and Garden. They put out food booths around World Showcase to enhance your experience of the holidays with specific like holiday themed meals also. It's not just stuff from leftover from Food and Wine, which is generally what happens for the Flower and Garden Festival. So they do have wine and drink pairings with this, but these are more specific to holiday type drinks. I mean, I'm looking at the menu now, and I'm kind of sad that I won't be there for any of this stuff. Looking at some of this stuff and knowing how much that I like food and how much Adrianne likes to have food, we could probably do some damage if we were here at the same time.
Yes, I'm all about that cheese fondue that I keep seeing.
There's some good stuff. Well, I'm just even looking at like the obvious stuff, like the America Pavilion finally has something good because all their Food and Wine stuff was crap. It's just have it's a turkey with stuffing, potatoes, and green beans, cranberry sauce type sandwich thing, and I'm like, I'm all about that. The drinks are like fantastic at everything that I've seen on here so far. Like, there's some really, really good drinks, which there was not during Food and Wine, which there's supposed to be. And they have like the snickerdoodle cookies and gingerbread cookies and gingerbread houses over in the Odyssey area, and a whole ton of different beers, and yep, good stuff. I mean, just stuff that I've not seen on any menus anywhere.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it because like I said, we kind of were planning this trip to not be quite as park heavy as we have been in the past, but we are staying at Boardwalk.
I was just going to say that. Yeah. You can just get up and walk right over there for when this thing starts, like probably 10 o'clock or 11 and just hit it early before everybody else gets there.
Yes, that's kind of the plan.
As it should be.
Right? The only thing I'm noticing here that I read on Disney Food Blog is how the sizing is much more substantial, right?
Is it really? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the prices are cheaper. Uh-oh. Well,
I'm looking at. All right, so now I'm looking at the stuff from Mexico. So it's $5.75 for one of the plates and $6.25 for another plate. Those are like $1 cheaper than.
And it still says snack eligible.
It says Disney dining plan. I'm on allears.net is what I'm looking on. So, I'm assuming
but
yes.
Heard the portion sizes were bigger.
We're bigger. Okay.
So that's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this stuff, I'm like, man, I want to go eat all of this now. There was like some really crazy drinks that stood out to me, and I can't find them now. There was one I thought of Melanie immediately.
Was it wine?
It wasn't wine. It was...
Was it a slushie?
Yes. That's exactly what it was.
I love a slushie.
It was a slushie. Damn it, where the hell is it? I can't think of it. I had it up before. I was like, holy crap. I said I would even try it, but it had like Melanie's name all over it.
Aha.
It's a rum. Here we go. And it's from France, of course. So it's a spiced rum punch slush. So it's spiced rum and then rum Clement VSOP, which is good. Orange and pineapple juice with cinnamon.
Ooh.
That one's expensive, though. $10.75.
But it sounds delicious.
Sounds good. And then, here's another one, which is probably very sweet, but I probably would. So it's a chocolate apple shake featuring Twining's winter spice tea, which is good tea on its own, with butterscotch schnapps. So, I mean, you have to like butterscotch. That's from America.
That's chocolate on my candied apples, so I don't know why I wouldn't like it in my drink.
Yeah, that's from that's the America booth, and then they have this one will be probably super popular. It's called Fire Nog, so it's eggnog with Fireball cinnamon whiskey, which I can't stand. I don't like either one of those things, so I won't go anywhere near that. I don't like Fireball, and I don't like eggnog, unless it's the Spanish eggnog, the coquito, which is
I don't like eggnog at all.
Awesome. Well, this stuff doesn't taste anything like eggnog. It's actually very, very good. My wife just made a batch of it. We made it last week, and they have that too. They have that in the Mexico in the World Showcase Plaza. They have it non-alcoholic, and then they have it with a Bacardi rum floater, which if it's made right, it already has the rum in it. So I don't know why they would add more rum. I'm not complaining, though. Anyway, without reading off the whole entire menu and going nuts, because they have... I don't recognize any of this stuff, like I said, from being at either previous Food and Wine or Flower and Garden festivals. So I'm glad to see that it's very specific to this event. And the other thing I noticed that I saw that I don't recall them... They definitely didn't have it in 2015 when I was there, and I think this year it's new. Pretty sure it is. For different holiday seasons around World Showcase, they usually have a little scavenger hunt you can play. You can buy a little map. It's usually based on a season. For Easter, they do one. It's called an Easter egg hunt, and there's characters painted on giant Easter eggs that are hidden throughout the 11 pavilions, and you have to find them. You get a little map that you buy with stickers on it. You complete it by putting all the stickers, on the map where you are. You bring it back to where you bought the map, which is either at the International Gateway shop or one of the two port of entry shops before you either head to either Mexico or Canada, depending on which way you go. And it's cheap. It's like $5.99 for a map. There's a DVC discount. I know that. AP discount when you buy it, so it'll save you $1.50 or something like that. And you bring it back there and you get a little trinket of some sort, which is cool. It's fun for the kids to do. It's fun for the adults too, because some of those things are hidden very well. Some of them are way out in plain sight. So anyway, this year they seem to be doing is called Chippendale's Christmas Tree Spree. So it's along the same lines. So what I've read about it is you have to find either Chip or Dale characters hidden in the thing, and I believe they are holding some sort of Christmas ornament. So you find that, you put the sticker on your little map, you bring it back, and I'm not sure what the prizes are this year. I didn't get that far into looking, but there's usually some little plastic trinket of some sort. I know during the Easter egg hunt they were little Easter egg, not figurines, but they were little Easter eggs that came apart, kind of like those Russian nesting dolls. And you were able to put little things in them or pieces of candy or something. They were small. They were like the size of a regular egg, maybe a little bigger. And they split apart. I know last year I think we got a Tinkerbell one, Mickey Mouse, and I forgot what the other one was that the kids had gotten. So it's pretty cool. And then I'm trying to remember what they got. Yeah, so then I thought there was one for Food and Wine as well, but I don't remember. Maybe not. Maybe they only have done the Easter egg hunt, and I'm just thinking they've done it more. So, anyway, so that's...
They did one for the arts thing last year.
Yes.
Because you had to find
right
artwork, right?
That was the other one, Festival of the Arts, which I'm bummed that because they're bringing that back as well. So I know that's not a holiday offering, but they are bringing that back after the new year. So that I heard was really, really fun last year and got really great reviews. A lot of fun. A lot of fun interactive things for people to do. I saw a lot of people taking pictures or like PhotoPass stuff where like you're kind of like they used to do in the studios. Yeah. And you know, in artwork, right? Like the famous picture of George Washington, you know, crossing the Delaware where he's standing on the front of the boat. There was one of those. There was a couple other funny ones I saw a lot of people putting on social media last year. So that seems like a lot of fun, and that definitely got more people in for that time of year when generally the parks are slower until you hit that, spring break season.
Right.
So that seems like a lot of fun for sure. But this Epcot thing is definitely pretty cool. So yeah, Adrian, if you're at Boardwalk, I mean, that's a nice, walk over every morning. And even if you had like a early fast pass for Frozen, then you can hit Frozen and then hit some of these things before you go to the other side of the park or whatever else you guys are doing.
Yeah, because we have a couple of really lazy mornings, like after the party, we didn't plan anything for the next morning.
Right.
So that they could sleep in or whatever. But I know my daughter, she'll be up at 6 a.m. anyway, even if I don't put her to bed till midnight. So I'm sure we'll be making some early morning runs somewhere.
Nice. There you go. Yep. And then what I like about this too is at Epcot, they have a list at the bottom of these menus that I'm reading. So not only do they have these food offerings at these specific booths around World Showcase, but some of the other carts around in Future World as well are having seasonal treats added to their menus, which I think is great. So, there's different coffee offerings at some of the lists, the Joffrey's carts that are around World Showcase, and as well as in Future World. So they got one here, which if I drank coffee, I'd probably like it. But so it's Kahlua coffee liquor with cinnamon syrup and steamed light cream topped with whipped cream. I mean, that's gonna get, that has Melanie all over it. Some tea. There's a tea one. Here's a tea one for me. Spiced chai tea with gingerbread syrup and Bailey's Irish cream. Can't go wrong with that. So, mint one and things like that. So, I like that I like that there's different offerings, and it seems like each cart has different things. So it's not just cookie cutter, for lack of a better term, of one, okay, let's just add a gingerbread house or gingerbread cookies and sell out all the things. So it kind of makes you go to different things if that's what you would like.
Right.
Which I like the variety of having that and not everything being the same. So that's pretty cool. Oh, there you go. They have hot cocoa with Godiva liqueur dumped in it. So for all you chocolate fiends out there. There you go. A warm caramel stuffed pretzel with soft serve ice cream and chocolate sauce. All right, so now that I'm making everybody hungry.
Oh.
I mean, besides the normal, regular old Christmas stuff, that's just some of the added bonuses that you have while you're down there and then as Adrianne had touched on at the beginning of the podcast, you can't forget about the resorts, because at least all of the deluxe, and I believe some of the moderates, I know the value ones do have maybe minimal stuff, a tree or something like that, and maybe some garland around the check-in desk, but it's very minimal. But the deluxe resorts, like she said, she's going on the monorail. I mean, you can lose a whole day resort hopping, because they all, I mean, obviously the Grand Floridian has the gingerbread house that's up, I believe, up already. Where you can buy gingerbread and hot cocoa in it. They have their grand tree. You could take pictures, PhotoPass pictures in front of it, or regular your own pictures. They probably all do that. I think the Wilderness Lodge does as well. The Wilderness Lodge has, a fireplace there, which is going all year round. But during Christmas time, there's a wreath hanging over it. There's probably 20 rocking chairs, huge rocking chairs that are in front of it that you can just sit and relax, and have that gigantic tree in that lobby is gorgeous. And the grounds are beautiful too. Polynesian has, Hawaiian themed Christmas stuff all over the place and different music to go with it, and which is always fantastic. If you're like that end of it, just go hang out in the lobby. The Contemporary, I'm not familiar with too much what goes on. I'm sure they have a tree or something else, but their lobby's kind of odd. Their lobby is very bland. I know a lot of people feel that like where Chef Mickey's is and the shops is the lobby, but that's kind of not. That's the Grand Canyon Concourse. But their actually like lobby where the check-in desk is just kind of like nothing. So I'm not familiar with what they do for decorations there, honestly. So
I'm not either, but I'm looking forward to finding out.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna find out. That's for sure. I'm trying to think of other things that I know I've experienced outside of the normal things. Animal Kingdom itself is beautiful Christmas time. They do a really nice. Their tree is really, really cool. That's outside just before the turnstiles. The ornaments that they have on there are very unique because it's animal themed and African inspired style ornaments, and it's really unique. It's not just a regular Christmas tree. And even inside the park, the whole park isn't decked out unless they've extended it over the years. But that main area around the Tree of Life and by Pizzafari, and then headed in the other direction towards Harambe was always had subtle hints of Christmas garland here and there, colored lights and stuff like that, and other decorations. But it was really, really subtly done, and it fit the park fine. Like it wasn't over the top and crazy like the Magic Kingdom.
Right.
So it's done really well. Lots of cool stuff to look at, that's for sure. And just like take your time and look at.
Yes. So we're looking forward to it for sure. And I'll report back.
Yes, please do. we love reports. And I know Melanie said there's not much going on, but I think the cruise lines do have some Christmas sailings and holiday sailings. Now, do they go on all month, or is it just specific that week of Christmas and New Year's?
No, they started at the beginning of November.
Okay, so right after Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly. So, probably around Veterans Day weekend. They, as soon as the Halloween's out, then it's in with the Christmas. And they do a lot of things. I won't say that they don't do a lot. It's just that I haven't heard of anything new this particular year. Just like at the Grand Floridian, when you walk in, all four ships have a huge gingerbread house. So you can smell the gingerbread. There's a big tree in the atrium, so they'll do a tree lighting ceremony on the first night. There's a tropical deck party where all of the characters are in like tropical Christmas costumes.
Oh, cool.
And so there will be meet and greets with the characters in holiday costumes.
Nice.
So that's always different. There's Santa Claus. I always suggest people, maybe go in matching pajamas, things like that, so that you can go get your picture taken with Santa. Please make sure they're pajamas that you feel comfortable wearing in public, people. I always have to put that caveat on there. I'm like,
not the ones from not the ones from the Venus or the Victoria's Secret catalogs,
or not, your old T-shirt and your boxer shorts.
Right.
Like pajamas you can wear in public.
Yeah.
But yes, I've seen families go in matching pajamas to get their picture taken with Santa. Mrs. Claus is around. She does story time with Mrs. Claus. There's family activities in the lounges. The lounges are open for families during the day, where they decorate gingerbread houses. These pretty good sized gingerbread houses that they can make.
Cool.
And it snows. They make it snow in the atrium. And they even make it snow on Castaway Cay.
Do they really?
They really do.
That is awesome.
Lots going on, lots of special drinks and menu items for this time of year. all kinds of fun stuff. So yeah, it's a big party.
That's really
every
cool.
cruise is, and you add a holiday to any of the cruises, and it just becomes an even bigger party.
I can imagine.
I love a holiday cruise.
Do they do different shows or anything in the theater, or they don't? They do. They do Christmas specific.
Not in the Walt Disney Theater, no, but they will have Santa's Winter Wonderland Ball. They'll have characters who are. Not characters, carolers. Sorry, I can speak properly. Yeah. They'll have the Victorian carolers, much like they do at Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
So they're Victorian. They're in the Victorian costumes, and they'll be caroling around. But yeah, they have special, like the deck shows is Christmas themed. There's an atrium show that's Christmas themed. So those shows are going to be definitely for the holidays. They also have, if you're sailing over Christmas specifically, they will have religious services. There will be a midnight mass, as well as non-denominational Christian services will also be on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So definitely, and if you are sailing during Hanukkah, there will be menorah lightings, and the Seder meal will be served on that Friday. So it's all inclusive.
Nice.
There will be Kwanzaa activities on sailings that are during Kwanzaa specifically. So yeah, lots of great things. But like I said, I don't think anything particularly new has jumped out at me from the people who I've spoken to who have gone on them already this month.
Okay.
Which has just been over the past couple of weeks. But,
yeah, you never know.
All fun stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
All fun stuff. And this is on top of all of your regular Pirates in the Caribbean parties that are going on. All of the regular happenings are still happening. It's the holiday things go on in addition to everything else.
Right. Yeah.
So never a dull moment.
No, jam-packed for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I could say that for the Magic Kingdom too. There is additional little shows that go on. Mm-hmm. I know in Tomorrowland they do. It's called a Very Tomorrowland Christmas. I'm pretty sure they still put it on. And Buzz Lightyear and Mike Wazowski, and they have the little hostess that and Stitch. Yeah. Stitch is in it, and that's I remember that when my kids were young, and it was fantastic. And I'd videotaped it, or my father had videotaped it and made them a copy for me to, and that was something my kids, we had to watch it almost every night. when Christmas season came. We had to watch the Buzz Christmas Show is what they called it. And then, holiday wishes and, stuff of that nature, before you can go on YouTube and watch everything.
Absolutely. And I would think, there will be the fireworks. There's New Year's celebrations that go on as well on Disney Cruise Line, but all of the food items, most of the food items are going to be included in your fare. The alcoholic and the specialty drink items obviously are going to be additional. But I would imagine, although I have to go dig for some pictures, I'm sure they exist. If you ever go into Vanellope's, which is the ice cream shop and the sweet shop and the bakery that they have on board, I would imagine there's probably some Christmas goodies there as well. I can't imagine them not getting into the the spirit there. So, lots of yummy, tasty things. But room service will deliver warm cookies to your room every night. And you do not need to be on a holiday cruise for that. That is year round. You can call room service and they will deliver warm cookies and milk to your room every night, and it is included in your fare.
Oh my.
I would tip the wonderful crew member who is bringing you this delicious bedtime snack.
Heavily.
A couple dollars will do you. But yeah, the cookies and the milk itself are definitely already included in your fare, and you do not need to be sailing on a Christmas cruise to enjoy it.
Hot damn. I did not know that.
I know it.
Why have you not, in a year and 3 months, have you not disclosed this information to me? Shame on you and Milford. Shame. Because I know you're calling.
I drink and I know things, okay?
I know you're calling for midnight warm cookie runs.
Absolutely. Room service is 24/7.
Yes, it is. That much I remember.
Now, the breakfast menu, you do have to get that out overnight, but the room service is all the time. I prefer my cookies with a carafe of coffee, but they'll bring the milk too, or the chocolate milk. So yeah.
or a nice cordial, perhaps. Or no?
Sure. There's no open container rules on Disney Cruise Line. If you purchase a drink at any of the lounges or any of the bars that are on deck, you can take them to your room. You can go shopping. Yes. You can go shopping with them. So if you have a cordial in hand and want to go enjoy a nice dessert, go for it. Okay. I think that was one thing they always have to remind myself of, is that if I buy my drink in one place, I can walk around the ship with it. Or if I don't finish my wine at dinner, I can pick up the glass and walk out of the dining room with it. So it's mine. Yep. As long as you're on the ship. So, yeah. You can definitely have a nice cordial with your chocolate chip cookies if you so choose.
Okay. As you can hear, there is many offerings throughout the Disney parks on both coasts for if you choose to travel during holiday time. My only word of caution is, and it probably kind of goes without saying, it is insanely busy, especially the week between Christmas and New Year's. And it doesn't even matter whether schools are out or not. It's just a very, very popular time. There's a lot of people that is their tradition. That is what they do for the holidays. They go away and they spend it on a Disney property somewhere. And when I mean insanely busy, I mean insanely, like wall to wall, shoulder to shoulder people. You're not moving anywhere after 10:30 in the morning. So plan your fast passes accordingly, because honestly, that's probably in reality the only attractions you are going to be doing unless you choose to wait in line. And I mean the People Mover is going to have a 45-minute wait. That's how busy Magic Kingdom gets. I know we've talked about it last year with phase closings and park capacities and things of like that. It's real and it happens. I mean, if you've been there and you think it's busy like spring break week and something like that, yes, it is. It ain't nothing like Christmas Day and the days after. Leading up to it, it's busy, but it's not. You'll never experience anything like being there on any of those days. As nutty as we are in my family of going down, and we've been at Christmas multiple times, and I've been, and for some reason, two of my children's first trips as infants in strollers at about 11 months old was during Christmas time. So, yeah. I know all about trying to push a giant stroller through crowds. Let me tell you, it's a good thing those resorts are decked to the nines, because you may be spending more time there than in the parks. At least Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom takes the brunt of all of it. The other parks are busy, but Magic Kingdom is definitely the focal point. And, yeah. So, heed that warning. Plan accordingly. Plan. Unfortunately, it's not something you can do spontaneously. Boy. None of us can talk tonight. So, with that being said, we thank you for listening to this episode, and we will talk to everybody next time. Follow our troupe at www.dizexplorers.com, where you can find all the links for all our hosts' social media accounts. You can also follow the podcast on our Facebook group at The Diz Explorers, and on Twitter and Instagram at The Diz Explorers. You can download this podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher Radio, and also on YouTube. Thanks for listening.